Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. I thought I'd show you the finished product of the Monogram 1981 Chevrolet Citation X11. So for the most part, like I said in the last video, this kit was pretty fun and enjoyable to build up until the final assembly, which I did today. The body was just such a fight to get to mate with the chassis. You can actually see on the left side here where it's still kind of sticking down a little bit. I'll probably just fill that in with some black paint and no one will ever know the difference. But anyway, as I said in the other video, I added some fuel stain there below the gas door there. So that I did, and I did some touching up there on the molding on the doors and the windows, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, the big issue was getting the body down. I thought the interior tub was probably the culprit. At first I was even thinking it could be that the firewall was too tall, so I chopped some of the bottom of it down and thinking that maybe it would make some difference. I didn't notice any change, and I even thought maybe the front of the floorboard there where the pedals sit, I thought maybe that was pushing against the back of the firewall there, so I chopped some of that off. That didn't change anything either. So eventually I just was able to get everything to glue down on the front end, because what was happening was the back end wasn't the issue, it was the front end coming down. That's where I was having the problem. And you can, like I said, you can see on the sides there where the floorboard still kind of sticks out a little bit. But eventually it just did what I needed to do, and then when I was able to get it down, I went ahead and got the grille and the front bumper on. I got the mirrors on. They were kind of a pain in the butt. I hate these mirrors that don't have locating points. You know, you just have to kind of use your best judgment just to get them on. But you can see it looks like the real deal. Everything, the interior looks really nice from inside. And what ended up happening on the roof was I didn't realize I had glue on my fingertip. And when I went to press down, my finger got stuck to the roof. So I said, well, it's okay. Now we got paint missing. So I went ahead and cut out some of the paint right there. And I put some, a mixture of Tuscan red and some burnt umber, which is what I use for my rust. And I just made that a big rust spot where paint had been, you know, missing. So it looks good to me. So why not? Yeah, another issue I had with this kit was engine wise. The turbo and the intake duct were a real pain. Well, for one thing, what I did is I thought that the piping going into the intake manifold was a little too long, so I chopped some of it off. That did help some, and then there was a piece on the exhaust side of the turbo that was sticking out over here. I decided to cut it off. I decided to cut it off and just paint it. No one would ever know the difference, and I just did the best I could. I glued the turbo the best I could, and then I did what I could. I cut the very where it bends on the turbo, the intake side of the turbo there. I cut that little nub off there so I could just kind of make it flat, and then I just glued it to the turbo there, and I just let it go close to where its hole is in the radiator, the core support there, and then I just repainted it. I guess I could probably weather it again because it got kind of messed up from me, you know, handling it and it falling through and so forth. Yeah, this was actually quite a pain in the butt getting this thing assembled. I'd like to know if any of you other folks that built this kit had the same problem or different problems building it. I'd definitely be interested in hearing those stories. I probably won't ever do another one of these after all that, but you never know. Maybe I will. You know, I can't let the frustration of this one dictate whether or not I do another one. But yeah, this is the final detail. It looks good. I'm really impressed with how the engine bay came out. It looks very realistic. My only complaint, and I know it's nothing I can do, I don't like how the turbo is so close in front of the master cylinder there in the brake reservoir. But what can I do? It's a model, so it looks good if you don't really look at it. So yeah, that's the final product here. I'm very happy with it. I know you guys will like it. So here, let's go ahead and show off the underside there. And there you go. There's the underside. You can see how everything looks. It looks like the real deal. So I did not use the license plate that came with the kit, just wanted to use something else. So I went through my decals, and I just used this Michigan one here and glued it in and just called it a day. So anyway, folks, that is the final product of the Monogram 1981 Chevrolet Citation, and stay tuned next for the slideshow. And then wanted to let you folks know that I have decided that the AMT 1994 Ford F-150 Lightning is going to be up next. I decided that yesterday. I feel very good about it, so I want to do it. So we're going to get that going soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, we'll talk soon.